700 million Indians don't have access to a toilet.
Hello everyone, Pranam, Namaste, Sat Sri Akal.
कैसे हैं आप लोग?
I hope everybody's taken.
Okay, so I'm Addi. I'm from India.
I'm Marcia. I'm from Poland, and today we're gonna watch a mashup of videos from BBC news channels. London channel, you know.
BBC governmented funded channel something, you know, जिसको सरकार चलाती है.
It's gonna be very interesting. Why, Addi?
Because actually as Indian, I think you know that like 2016 या 2015 में हम लोग जब इसरो से कुछ लॉन्च करने वाले थे तो बीबीसी हमें मॉक कर रही थी या हमारे मजे ले रही थी और टॉकिंग शिट अबाउट आवर कंट्री एंड आवर स्पेस प्रोग्राम and how they change with time to time. And what changed them? Our success story of ISRO's success changed them because actually they deleted this video. I really hardly found this video because this video is not anymore on the BBC.
They are ashamed of their past actions, I think.
By the way, you will be also shocked when you will listen what he's talking about. I know you cannot actually ever think that anyone can talk about any other country.
It's so bad.
Yeah, you will notice that. It's okay.
Okay, let's watch.
Yep.
More than 700 million Indians don't have access to a toilet. Because India has launched its most ambitious space mission yet. New Delhi hopes the $145 million mission will be the first to land on the moon's south pole. The country's space chief said that his agency had bounced back with flying colours after the first attempt was aborted. Our business reporter, Nitin Srivastava, joins us now from Delhi. Hey Nitin, good to have you with us. I was going to ask you how much it cost, but I just read it's $145 million. What does India hope to get out of this?
Get out of this?
Well, India's been talking about doing research, more research on the moon surface in terms of water, in terms of minerals, and also about moonquakes. And that's what the whole mission is all about.
Indeed. So, Nitin, you know, I'm going to have to ask you, because some people will be thinking about this. India, a country that lacks a lot of infrastructure, a country that has extreme poverty. I think more than 700 million Indians don't have access to a toilet. Really? Should they really be spending this sort of money on a space program?
What the fuck is this?
What's this now? Okay.
Start with a historic mission to the moon and the launch of India's Chandrayaan 3 spacecraft. This is the moment that it took off just under an hour ago. It entered Earth's orbit shortly after. It's India's second attempt at a lunar landing, and if it's successful, the craft will deploy a rover near the moon's south pole next month, and India will become only the fourth country behind the US, the former Soviet Union and China
There's no Britain, by the way.
controlled lunar landing.
Become only the fourth nation to have a successful soft landing on the surface of the moon, which is absolutely incredible if you think about it. It's only the US, Russia and China that have achieved this, and yeah, India are going for it. You know, they haven't done too much in terms of space exploration, so this is a really ambitious mission, but that's what they tend to do. You know, they were the first Asian nation to reach Mars as well. They've got an orbiter around the moon now that's been operating for over 3 years very successfully as part of Chandrayaan 2. So yeah, expect great things from India and space in the future. So it was actually the Chandrayaan program that discovered water at the south pole of the moon and concretely discovered water on the moon. That was the first time that had ever been done. That was back in 2008. And then, of course, they're really making amazing progress, spending very little money on these projects. You know, when we look at NASA's, the budgets run into hundreds of millions, billions of dollars, whereas the Chandrayaan ones are doing it for $75 million, something like that. We spend more on making movies.
She's also laughing.
Going to
That's cute.
How are they able to do that so much more cheaply?
Launching an historic lunar mission, hoping to become the first country to land a spacecraft on the moon's south pole. If successful, it would become only the fourth country to execute a controlled landing.
That's a professional journalism.
Yeah.
2, 1, 0.
Boom.
India is literally shooting for the moon with a historic mission that could cement its position as a space power. The Chandrayaan 3, which means moon vehicle in Sanskrit, launched Friday afternoon.
Yeah, so India has now sent a rocket to the moon. It's actually the second attempt for New Delhi to land a spacecraft there, and it's hoping to join the 3 other countries that have managed the feat. The difference is that India's space program has a considerably lower budget, and the Chandrayaan 3 rocket is also vying to be the first to land at the lunar South Pole. Prime Minister Narendra Modi hailed the launch as a new chapter in India's space odyssey. The country is hoping to capitalise on the booming space economy. Antonia Kerrigan reports.
Wow.
To infinity and beyond.
To infinity and beyond.
Oh, see, that's one also BBC.
India has an ambitious space program with a plan to send an astronaut into space in 2022.
Nice animation.
It would only be the 4th country
no
to
Britain,
do so.
By the way,
but
guys.
Why is India investing in space?
Why not?
It's an eye-catching policy, and there's certainly an element of national pride.
Of course.
India's space agency says it wants to harness space tech for national development and research space science, and to explore planets. With that funding, India has become what is known as a low-cost space power, and one of the main destinations for companies and other countries to launch satellites. Over 260 so far. These satellites support global telecommunications and have uses in monitoring crops and weather systems. Manned missions and space exploration to the moon and other planets is another matter entirely, as the Indian government often sees its mission to send an astronaut into space as a measure of its position as a global power.
It could be.
But is that enough to silence critics?
Critics will always be.
But they tried to touch a little bit.
Sorry, you know what,
that was BBC.
That was BBC.
How to British
broadcasting
company, I know, but I try to change something. Okay, British government funded channel. That's all.
You know, the first guy in this clip, I hope he got fired because he's such a crappy journalist. How can he actually be professional and be broadcasted on the television with this kind of attitude, disrespect, talking about something totally different? He talk about mission and he talk about toilets. Suddenly, what is this?
Toilet.
Like what?
Toilet. Toilet. Huh?
It will just prove he's a hater and racist. And
actually, you know, the way he's not confident, his attitude.
He tried to make a joke or something.
Yeah, it seems like he was still living in the colonization era. Like some country from who they are still colonizing and people
colonizing attitude.
Yes, kinds of. Yeah. And I hope BBC fired them.
Yeah, I don't think it happened anymore now.
They do. Actually, you don't know, like in America, they bring cartoon things in France.
Oh, in America.
Oh, in Europe.
Yeah, but I'm talking about like professional national broadcasting. They I don't think they do this anymore.
They do now a different way actually, but we Indians now don't care.
You don't care.
We don't care. We are having fun. I'm not crying that what he was talking about. Look,
I am a little bit, but I can see it's changing now, and India is like people really see through Indian colors now. India is so ambitious now, so amazing, so developing so fast. People notice that because I don't know why before, like 10-15 years before, there was only negative image of India, and now it's I think it's shifting. For example, I came here to Belgium, and people say that Indians. Like, when you ask about Indians, they said engineers, mechanics. You know.
This kind sounds great for us.
Yeah. Not like waiters or.
Yeah, and one thing, they used to mock us. Now they send their satellite to India, so we can launch their satellite on little price. So they just want to save a little money. That's why they send to the India. So you can see their,
because it's low budget and high quality and amazing engineering. So that's why. That's why.
I think world's most prestigious. Like ISRO, because its success rate is so high in compared to NASA, in compared to Chinese or Russian. Success rate is so high actually. It's like mostly it's hardly get failed. Like last time, 2016, Chandrayaan 2 it was successful. 90% get it as an offended guy. Just enjoy their mentality.
Don't take this in a bad way. Just be proud and stupid people just you have to ignore, you know, and laugh at them and make joke on them. Don't get angry, because anger just is very destructive.
Okay, guys, thank you so much for watching
with us. Be
And
proud, be happy. Let's finger cross for the moon mission, and we're gonna see on August 23rd
अगस्त. By the way, ये जो वीडियो था सिर्फ बनाने का मकसद नहीं, हमने भी बहुत we also enjoy this video really.
Yeah,
I especially enjoy so much.
Yeah, I like this thing.
Yeah, this is called revenge.
Revenge.
Okay,
Karma.
thank you so much. Karma. Okay, thank you so much. Pranam, namaste, sat sri akal. Please subscribe our channel, like our video if you want, because I'm not going to pay you. Bye.